Anybody really ready to get funky today? I don't want to defunkifize you. I want to funkifize you. Okay? Not defunkifize. Okay? We're going to have some funky frittatas. Why? It's a great breakfast dish, but you can have it any time of the day. Frittata is basically an Italian omelet. Frittata of friggere. It means fried. And it's different from an omelet because omelets are usually folded over and stuff like that. You don't do that with a frittata. And you can also cook it and then also bake it. In other words, put it in the oven and broil, and I'll explain. It's a two-step process, but it's very, very easy. It's wonderful. You can put anything in a frittata. I mean, absolutely anything. But today, I'm making two different kinds of frittata with shrimp frittatas. So let's get started. I use a cast iron skillet, and this is what I used in the Soundbite restaurant too. That's how I served my frittatas to our adoring public. Cast iron, again, is a great conductor of heat, and you can just do so much with it. And make sure when it gets hot that you have gloves on. But again, when you're serving it in a restaurant, you're serving it with people, if you don't have a handle on it, you want to serve it on wooden platters. But this is what you do. So I've got extra virgin olive oil in here, of course, and I have garlic, of course. And why? Because it just gives everything flavor. Natural, minced garlic. Then I'm going to throw in some onions in both, some cut up tomatoes in both, and I'm going to add some spinach in both. Wonderful. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm on this no salt or low salt thing, so I'm using Paul Prud'homme's all-purpose seasoning. Plenty of herbs in here. And once again, if you want to add salt, do so. But this is fantastic with no salt on a low salt or low sodium diet. So I'm going to sprinkle that in, the garlic. All right. And I'm going to add just a little bit more olive oil. Both. All right. Okay. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. And then I am going to just mix it around here. Make sure that your cast iron skillet or whatever you can use a small pan because you want to serve these individually, are well oiled so it can slip off. What I didn't do, but I am going to do now just to show you, I use sometimes non-stick spray. I'm just going to spray a little. It's not going to hurt anything. I really should have put that in beforehand, but that's okay. It works just fine. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add shrimp. Again, 1620 size shrimp. You want 1620, they're great. I'm leaving the tail on. You can take the tail off. I just think it makes a better presentation when you have the tail on there. So I'm going to throw 3 in each. One fell out of here. And there we go. And then I'm going to add the eggs. Now I use 3 eggs per cast iron skillet, per mini skillet. 3. You can use 2, but 3 work well. Now the beauty of this thing is here, you can use egg whites. If you want to use egg whites, they work perfectly. So you don't have to use, if you don't want the yolk, egg whites, look good. And again, you can just do you can put pig feet in here if you want. The bottom line is you can do anything you want with this and it's going to be wonderful. So now what's happening is it's cooking on the top, as you can see. All right. I'm just going to move it around just a slight bit, just to make sure, you get enough egg cooked in there. And we're going to be through in a second here before we throw this into the broiler. But look at that. Look how that's cooking on the side. See how there? It just slips off the side. If you did not want to serve this in the skillet, this is so slippery, you can just take your spatula and just kind of help it ease it, and it will itself just slide right out onto a regular plate. But look how colorful that is. You can just. I wish you guys could smell this. It's just foul. You've got the tomatoes in here, you've got the garlic, you've got the onion, you've got the spinach, and then of course you've got the shrimp. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit more seasoning on the top to give the shrimp a little color. Okay? And I'm going to add my Swiss cheese to my frittata. And I'm going to put a little New York cheddar. And Barbara says she doesn't want too much. She's always saying, that's good, that's good. You don't want no more? You sure? Okay, well, I won't put any more in. So you're just going to let that just cook for a minute on top of the stove. Just for a minute. And then we're going to throw it into the oven. This is a great dish for anybody who loves eggs. They love breakfast, but also like to make variations on the theme because there's just so much you can do with a frittata. For those of you who want a little bit more southern style, you can put some Cajun seasoning in there. Of course, you can have your hot sauce ready. You can put sausage in there. I make my own sausage, so I make pork and chicken sausage, and I put that in from time to time too. But that's basically it. So now what we're going to do, after that's cooked sufficiently up there, and everything here, baby, is in real time, I'm going to take both of these, and I'm going to put them in the broiler. Okay? And we're just going to let that stay in there for a bit, and we'll take it out in a couple of minutes, and that'll be good. Listen, again, I am on a low sodium kick. There are so many different herbs you can use on foods to enhance the flavor. Now, I'm not saying never have any salt or anything like that, but I'm telling you, even folks who don't have to go on a low sodium diet, you'll find that your foods are going to taste a lot better. But even if you did put a little salt in, it's okay. Now, for instance, I love popcorn. So what I would do is I'd cook my popcorn, and then I just melt butter on it, and then add salt to it. No. You don't have to do that. Do the popcorn, and just get salted butter. It's not much. I mean, look, the one thing you want to be able to live. You don't want to go crazy with this stuff, okay? You gotta live. So you have a little salt, fine. But if you dramatically reduce the salt in almost every dish that you cook, fine. And there's some dishes, well, it doesn't taste quite the same without the salt. I'm making it in a chunk. I'll put it in roast pork shoulder for Christmas. Oh my God! The Cuban folks, they love this stuff. Gotta put some salt in that bad boy. But how many times you gonna have it? So do what you got to do. It's a stone cold mother. Let me check on this and see what's going on with these frittatas right now. They should just about be ready. Oh, yes, indeed. Looky here. Oh my God. The Swiss cheese frittata. The cheddar cheese frittata. Look at that. Look at these bad boys. Now, Swiss cheese, both have salt. Cheddar cheese has more salt, all right? Swiss cheese has less. That's why I'm using the Swiss cheese. So I'm going to just taste this real quick. Let me see if I can muster up a little bit out of here. While we're focusing on this son of a gun. As they say, Barbara's trying to get the stuff off my lips. Who cares about that, Barbara? We're having fun in here. Just focus on this again. Shrimp frittatas, cheddar cheese, and my little vegetables in there, spinach, tomatoes and stuff. This is the Swiss cheese one, and you can do so many things with this. But the bottom line with this, folk, is when you give this to somebody and they just fall off the chair, for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and all you have to say is this one phrase: sempre un piacere. That's Italian for, it's always a pleasure, mama. I'm out.